Okay, here's a look at my everyday carry bag for work. It's an Osprey Raptor 18. And let's get a better frame here. And it's actually a hydration pack for cycling, but it worked out really good for work. It's a very narrow, very small profile. Easy to grab it, fling it over your shoulder and go and toss it anywhere. It had a ton of pockets in it, and I love pockets. It's got a nice stretchy one here. It's got a nice pocket here with a couple of mesh pockets and a key fob. Then it's got this huge dump pocket in the middle for like a rain jacket or hats and gloves or whatever. And then it's got another additional huge pocket behind here, which is really deep. And then it's got a couple more organization pockets for tire pumps and tires and inner tubes and stuff. So it was kind of interesting being creative and storing my gear in there. And then in the top you have your soft padded sunglasses area. And then behind that is a hydration pack, which I didn't use. So it was perfect because it gave me extra space back there to store some even more stuff in the wintertime. I like this pack so much, but it was so big and I wasn't utilizing it all, and because of the way it was configured, it just wasn't really what I was looking for, but I did like it a lot. So I actually went and bought the Raptor 14, and I use that in the summer all the time, and it's a great pack. It's a little bit smaller. It doesn't have the big center dump pouch. So it was a smaller profile, and I like that, and I've been using both of these over the last few years, and they've worked out great. But I wanted to get something smaller, even smaller, something with better organization. I looked everywhere. The first place I went to, of course, was Maxpedition, and I got the Gear Slinger Remora, and it was just way too small. Then I got the Lunata, and again, it was just way too small. Some of the pockets you could put like one thing in, and that was it. And Maxpedition is great though, because they have, the PALS webbing, and they have all these different pockets everywhere and hidden pockets, and they're great for organization, but you just can't seem to utilize all the pockets at the same time, or some of the pockets aren't as big as they needed to be for me. So I was having a hard time. I looked everywhere and I couldn't find anything. So I decided to go the unconventional route, and this is my new EDC. It's a leather bag. So this is actually made by AB Earth, and it runs about $95. Let's get some measurements here, and it's pretty cool because it's a lot smaller. It's 14 high, and it's about 10 across for the main section of the bag, and it's only 3.5 inches deep. So it's definitely a way smaller footprint than I'm used to. But, when I looked at, the advertisement for it and everything, it's got 10 pockets. I love pockets. Pockets mean organization. So I'm like, wow, okay, it's leather. It's got 10 pockets. I love leather. I got tons of leather. The only problem was they only had 2 color choices, this coffee color and then this, tan color. I'm not a real big fan of either one. This one does seem to kind of remind me, though, of the old worldly type, libraries with the thick, dark mahogany wood, and it just looked really cool, so I thought I'd give it a shot. So let's check it out and see what features you get in this bag for $95. So on the side here, get back in frame here. You have this nice little side pocket here. And then inside here, I just keep some wet ones, keep my hands nice and clean, some Q-tips, and then this pocket here, because I did notice in some of the reviews that people complained these pockets were too small to put anything into, but that's almost 6 inches high, and I would say it's probably a good usable, say 3 3/4 wide. I could stick my whole hand in here, and it goes up quite a bit. I think that's a good sized pocket, actually. My cell phones will fit in here, my flashlights will fit in here, tons of stuff. And we go on to the front, and we have this front zip pocket here, which is just a little slip pocket. And then in there I have some mini Tide to Go, and some Carmex, little mini Bic. And that's all that's in there for right now. And then the pocket behind that is another zippered compartment. And it's a good size compartment here. I don't even have it all the way full. And I have some pepper spray, some CR123s, some AAA batteries, flipper knife, little Kershaw, and my Curvy Man with my headphones. My iPod, my iPhone, and other stuff isn't in here right now. I took it out and I was using it. I forgot to put it back. Spare Apple headphones just in case the other ones break or melt or whatever. As you can see, though, I mean, it's a good sized pocket. Couple of things I've noted that I didn't care for is it's just that it's a dump pocket. There's no webbing in there. There's no like little slip pocket. There's no way to really organize anything inside of that pocket. It's pretty much just dump it and go. And the material inside, it's like purse material. It's really soft, you know, which is nice, but it's real slouchy. It's not like glued in. It kind of moves around, and so, you know, I didn't really care for that too much, but you know, it's not too bad though, considering it. You know, it's working out so far. So now we'll move on to the pocket down here. And this is a magnetic snap closure, which is really cool. I like that. And in there, I just keep a little moleskin notebook. And there was a pen in there, but I took it out apparently. And then the pocket behind there is another zippered compartment. And it's pretty good size. And then I have, oh, there's my pen. Another moleskin notebook. I love these notebooks. They're really cool. And then a pen. These are actually really cool pens, by the way. I know there's been some reviews on the Zebras, the F series, the 701, I think they are. I'm not a real big fan of fine point pens. To me, they don't seem as fluid, and they kind of sometimes tear through the paper. So I decided to try the G301, which is the gel version. Awesome pens. Totally cool pens. Very comfortable. They're a little bit smaller than a normal pen, but you can get steal of a deal on a package of these, and just very cool pens. I got an emergency blanket, and then my PowerGen 13,000 ohm battery pack. This thing is awesome for charging all my stuff, and then a ton of different charging pieces that, you know, punch into go into this cable. I can't seem to talk or think today. Anyways, you've got all these different pieces. You can charge anything from a personal PlayStation. You got the mini USB, the micro USB. You got the Apple 30 pin. There's another one in here for another gaming device. You know, and there's some extras of each one. And then, as you can see, again, it's another just deep dump pocket, and this one is just under 8 inches across and just under 6 inches deep. So again, that's a pretty good sized pocket. You know, the number of pockets in this thing gives you the organization, even though it doesn't have the PALS webbing or extra pockets within a pocket. And then on this side we got another zipper pocket, and then in here I just keep my headlamp. I just upgraded this headlamp. I had a little bit smaller, more compact version of this one, and it's just an Energizer. It's a cheapie, but this thing's got 200 lumens, and it was like $16. You know, compared to, you know, I have black diamonds and Petzls and stuff, and man, I don't get near the lumens, and it's like quadruple the price. And this one is just a simple headlamp. There is no red. There's just the different whites, and that's it. And that's all I was looking for. So I keep that in there for at night. Okay, and that's the blast outside. And then turn around the back, and here's another pocket back here. Deep pocket, runs the whole depth and the width of the pack. And the cool thing about this pack is the carry options. That is similar to Maxpedition. It's got D-rings on either side, and it came with a shoulder strap, which I put away. But yeah, you got a shoulder strap so you can carry it like a shoulder bag. Or, here's the cool feature. You can open it up, and you can grab out a handle. And you can carry it from the handle. So, very cool, right? Well, then you can go on further, pull out the rest of it, and you can turn it into a backpack, which is totally cool because I'm a backpack girl and I like my backpacks. So we take this and clip it on here, and there you go. There's your backpack. And here's your other backpack strap. So now when all this stuff is out, you can slide additional stuff into this pocket back here. Okay? But now as you can see, this one's banded up because I don't use it. I only use, and this is why I thought I would like a gear slinger, because normally I only use one strap. And I grab it and swing it over my shoulder and away I go. But I just did not like the gear slinger. I thought the shoulder straps were way too wide, way too padded, especially for little bags. And this suits me fine. There's no padding on this, it's just leather. But it works great, and that's all I need. So the versatility is definitely there. It's very cool. And again, you can choose how you want to carry it, and then you can store away all this if you need to throw that into a desk drawer or a locker or whatever. Okay, so we covered everything on the outside. We've got 2 pockets, one on either side, the 3rd pocket, the 4th pocket, the 5th, and the 6th pocket. So there's 6 pockets outside. Now we'll go into the main one, and you have here this little lip, which it's easier to get into if you roll it back. You can see that, this little lip here. And it's to guard the zipper and, give you a little moisture resistance. But it's much easier because these are not YKK zippers. Not even close. They work. The pulls are kind of cheap. Just hunks of leather. It's got this antique brass D-rings. Which are okay. Okay, now on the inside, you've got a deep well in the center, in here. And then as you can see, you've got 2 little slip pockets here and here. And one is supposed to be for your cell phone, and one is supposed to be for your wallet. But, you know how we are. We use pockets for whatever we want. And then, excuse me, on the back side here, you have a zipper pocket. Okay? Okay, so I'm going to go into the center section first and pull stuff out. And I have a little goodie bag. It's got some snacks and stuff in there, and there's actually also emergency utensils. Some titanium utensils, super lightweight. Nice to have though, in case of an emergency and you don't want to eat with your dirty mitts. And then I put together a little first aid kit for in here. And this thing's been through many revisions. It's been through many different cases, different styles of cases. I picked this case up for $1.50 at the local hobby store because it was clear. I liked it. It was flat. And it was fit well in this bag. And it's got a ton of stuff in here. And I'll go over that once we get done. And then I have a mask, a little duckbill 3M mask. Got a chem light, 8-hour white, in case I need to see. And my survival tin, there's a video on that. And then here's my ham radio. I don't always have this in there. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It depends on where I'm going, what I'm doing. So I have that. And then this was a recent find. My ham radio, when I first bought it, I didn't know it came in different power versions. So, I bought this one, and it's, I think it's a rechargeable lithium ion. And I thought, well, geez, what if I'm out in the field and it dies? I'm not going to have any way to charge it. And that could be, a problem. So I found on Amazon this, right from the Baofeng company too, which was good. It's a AA battery pack. So It replaces the battery pack on the back of here, but it's actually a little bit longer, so it makes this thing a little bit, taller. But it works off of 5 AA's and a dummy AA, so you can run your own batteries. So I liked having that extra option between the charging and just using regular alkaline batteries. Okay, so that's it for everything in the center of the bag there. And, full... Oh, no. Hey, look at that. Cavernous. I forgot something. There we go. My little office kit. My little go-to. It's got a wide variety of things in here. I'm not sure if there's a video on this or not. But there's a peek in there. There's survival stuff in there. There's office tools in there. There's extra batteries. Notebook, extra paper. Velcro. Just a ton of extra little stuff in there. There's actually also in the back here a 100-piece survival kit. Very cool. Okay, so that's it for in the center there. Now that's completely empty in there. Okay, so now in these 2 little slip pockets here, this first one here I just have some salt and pepper in there. Gotta have some kind of spice for food sometimes. Especially office parties and you got some bland food. And then I got here here's a little mirror. It's got a little light on it in case you need to get something out of your eyeball. And then here's another Power Gen product. It's cool. It's a cigarette lighter, dual USB charger. This whole thing lights up this really cool neon blue, so you know it's working. Power Gen makes some great products. I don't work for them, but I plug them because their products are good and reliable. Alright, and then the last pocket in here is a little zipper pocket there, and it's pretty deep. So we got a hair scrunchie. We got a notepad, in case you gotta leave a note. And a couple of flash drives, some family photos, and some other photos. Got a knife sharpener, Sharpie, and a space pen. And that's it. That's everything in there. So again, you got the first pocket is the deep pocket. Then the second is the zipper. Third and fourth are slip pockets. Fifth and sixth are side. 7 and 8 are the 2 front lower. 9 and 10 are the 2 top ones. 10 pockets. Now, for the bag itself. It's a little bit heavy. It weighs 2.5 pounds just for the bag. Like I said, I don't really care for the shiny leather. I'm hoping that it will wear down with time and age and use. One of the major things I did not like about this bag, as you can see, there's nothing on the bottom. There's no padding. There's no cardboard support, nothing. So whatever you put in here, you're slamming it down. You're slamming it down on whatever it is that's in there. So that was one of the things I didn't like. That, and like I said, with the big, deep throw pockets, not having any other organization availability within these pockets, was kind of a bummer. But a cool feature about this bag too, that I saved for last, is that it'll carry my laptop. My laptop fits right in there. You can see. Okay. This is a smaller laptop. This is a Dell 13-inch laptop. So 14-inch bag, 13-inch laptop, no problem. Fits right in there. So I can carry my laptop back and forth if I need to. And again, there's still a ton of room in there even with the laptop in there. Just a ton. For such a small bag and such a small profile and such a small footprint, it's got a lot of storage capabilities here. We've got quite a bit of gear sitting there on the table. And again, the bag wasn't even half full. There's still plenty more room to put other things in here. So it's a different option. It's not your everyday EDC. But I wanted to try it out, and I'm gonna see how it works out over the next year. See how the durability is. It is definitely a very different EDC than I'm used to. you know, I'm used to my hiking bags or my Maxpedition gear. So, you know, I'd wish Maxpedition could have came up with a design like this, because it's a very small footprint and it does have a lot of pockets and stuff. So I could just picture this thing in jet black nylon, you know, the 1000 denier, so this thing would sit up cool. You know, because sometimes it slouches down, you know, and that I kind of don't like either. That also reminds me of a woman's purse, which is funny because a lot of this exact style are made by a few different companies, and a lot of them are actually geared and advertised toward men, which I find surprising because, like I said, the inside looks just like a woman's purse. It kind of acts like a woman's purse. You know, I don't know. I don't know if I could see a guy with this slung over his shoulder. But anyway, that's my EDC. If you have any questions or comments, you know, keep them nice, keep them clean, but, you know, feel free to throw them down in the comment section. And I hope you enjoyed my little work EDC, my newly discovered leather pack. So I hope you're enjoying Great Gadgets and Gear, and thanks for watching.